Coming up on Mountain News this morning, folks in Leslie County came together to celebrate one big birthday with a drive-by parade. And COVID-19 continues to shake up big events in our area. We take a look at some of the newest potential changes at people's calendars.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. Today is Tuesday, June 16th, and we've got over Monday, and today's Monday 2.0. That's what we like to call it around here. It's feeling like it a little bit with those temperatures, kind of like we had yesterday. Let's bring in Brandon Robinson, see what we can expect for the rest of this week. Brandon, I know this is the last week of spring, so we're going to be heading into those summer-like temperatures and 90s that you talked about yesterday.
Last days of spring, Lacey. We've only got till Friday. That's the last full day of spring, and then we'll see just a little bit on Saturday. But today, spring-like pattern with chances for stray to scattered showers. We'll take a look at the satellite radar loop over the last 6 hours, and you can see them drifting in off of that pesky low that is off the Carolina coastline now, but it's still throwing that moisture back at us, and you're going to be seeing that in those eastern counties, especially this morning. Temperatures in the 50s area-wide from 52 to 57. That's our range to start the day off. So it's about the same, or maybe just a little bit cooler or warmer than it was this time yesterday morning. A lot of folks, you see right there, zero showing up there. That means basically they're where they were yesterday morning, 24 hours ago. We'll take a look at the temperatures for today. Had to backtrack. We were a little bit below forecast yesterday, and with the cloud cover mixing in with the sunshine today, we're going to backtrack a little bit today and call it 73 for a daytime high with partly to mostly cloudy skies and stray chances for rain that will linger. Lacey.
Thank you, Brandon. And in times of disaster, the U.S. Small Business Administration tries to help. It provides loans for uninsured and underinsured damages. Now they want to help more people impacted by the severe storms and flooding back in February. I talked with a representative in our region about those loans. Assisting with damages due to severe storms, flooding, landslides, and mudslides.
The Kentucky Small Business Development Center is here to serve.
As the name suggests, they help businesses. And in response to a letter from Governor Andy Beshear requesting disaster declaration by the SBA, more loans are now available.
Faith-based organizations, homeowners, renters, those that are affected by the flood.
Samuel Coleman is the local director of the Southeast Kentucky region for SBA.
And they like somebody with feet on the ground. You know, this is my home.
His own experiences.
I walked down in the lower level, and as I stepped off that last step, my foot said kersplash.
And lending knowledge allow him to better assess the situation. There are 3 different loans that are available. The first, business physical disaster loans. That's repairing physical property damage to any business. Secondly, economic injury disaster loans. That's helping businesses financially as a result of a disaster. And lastly, home disaster loans. That's for homeowners or renters to repair damage or property loss.
By applying, you give yourself all the flexibility. Okay? Don't apply, then you have absolutely no flexibility.
Saying help is where you find it. Lacey Roberts, WYMT Mountain News. Now, those counties that are eligible for assistance are Bell, Harlan, Whitley, Clay, Knox, Laurel, Leslie, Letcher, McCreary, and Perry counties. The deadline to apply for assistance is July 31st, and you can find the link to apply on our website at WYMT.com. And in West Virginia, fire crews spent their Monday afternoon battling a fire at an abandoned church. You can see that burning in this video, and it happened in the Rum Creek area of Logan County. No injuries were reported, and officials do not know what caused the fire at this time. Investigators are working to learn more about the incident. And the Kentucky Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression represented their demands last night. The group is calling for the firing of officers involved in the shooting death of Breonna Taylor. They specifically targeted Louisville Metro Police Department officer Brett Hankinson. The group brought up multiple allegations against Hankinson over the last few years, including the sexual abuse allegations that are currently under investigation. The Alliance says that Mayor Greg Fisher needs to take action.
We are demanding that Mayor Fisher fire these officers, as other police agencies have done around the country, and deal with any wrongful termination lawsuits that may arise from that.
Now, Mayor Greg Fisher has said that the officers involved in the shooting death of Breonna Taylor cannot be fired because of laws in place. But Friday night, Metro Council President David James said that's not true and Fisher could fire those officers. And CBS affiliate WOWK-TV reports that deputies with the Boyd County Sheriff's Office are investigating after newspapers associated with the Ku Klux Klan were left on the doorsteps of a family last week. The paper, which you see on your screen here, was found on one couple's doorstep last Thursday. It's a copy of The Crusader, which is published by the Knights Party, inspired by the David Duke faction of the KKK. One other copy was found on that street on the doorsteps of a neighbor the couple says often hangs out with other black mixed race people in the community. The family and Boyd County Sheriff Bobby Woods agree that the two houses chosen is likely not a coincidence. The cases are being dealt with as hate crimes, and there are currently no leads as to who delivered the papers. And a man is behind bars in Tennessee after police say that she drove into a group of protesters who were blocking the road. This happened Saturday night in Memphis. Police say this man, 57-year-old William Day, drove his car into a group of protesters. Several other cars yielded to the protesters, and police said that no one suffered serious injuries. Day is facing charges of reckless endangerment and reckless driving. And there's a move to replace a Confederate statue in Tennessee with statues of a different state icon, Dolly Parton. A Change.org petition has collected more than 6,000 signatures. The organizer says Dolly Parton's philanthropic heart and inspiring music has changed Tennessee and the world for the better. So far, her representatives have not commented on the petition. And it's a big week in East Tennessee. Dollywood closed for the last few months after opening for just one day, but now the park is welcoming its guests back. Kyle Granger found out there's a lot of changes, but people could not wait to get back.
One of the things that you're going to notice at Dollywood are several hundred more sanitizing stations, like 50 of these sinks that have been put all across the park so that folks can wash their hands more frequently. The rides are open, the food is cooking, and people have returned to Tennessee's most popular ticketed attraction.
We was here March 13th.
For the one day?
And Dollywood, and we're here today, we're here tomorrow, we're here July 6th, we're here July 16th, we're here, we come quite a bit.
Dollywood is back open at half capacity, first to season pass holders. Dollywood says on the first day, they've had no complaints about the requirement to wear masks. Guests we found in the new relaxation zone were looking for a break.
It's okay, but the mask gets hot. But other than that, it's fine.
Dollywood has had to keep closed some attractions and all indoor theaters, which some people were missing on opening day.
It's nice, but it's disappointing that hardly anything's open. The shows especially, that's what we like.
There's 700 operational changes across the park, which changes everything from how you dine to how you wait in line. Every ride, every building, every inch of the park reevaluated to adhere to the Tennessee Pledge.
I think that our guests have been patient. We've been as impatient as you can imagine that we have been to try to get reopened, but we think that this is the right time.
Dollywood says it may make modifications with some of these new regulations as they see what works, what doesn't, and how to improve all of it. I'm Kyle Granger reporting.
Yesterday and today's opening is just for season pass holders. Everyone else can go to Dollywood starting tomorrow. And the Real Bird Festival in Lexington has been canceled. This would have been the second year for the music festival at Keeneland, and it was scheduled for August 22nd through 23rd of this year. Organizers say Real Bird will return to the grounds at Keeneland August 20th through 21st of 2021. Anyone who bought tickets for this year's festival can keep their tickets for next year or be refunded. If you want to keep your ticket for next year, you have to log into your Front Gate account and select the rollover option before Monday, July 13th at 8 p.m. Otherwise, you will automatically be refunded. And Kentucky's annual Bourbon Festival in Bardstown is postponed this year because of COVID-19. Last year, the event drew 50,000 visitors from across the country and around the world. It was originally scheduled for late September, but is now set to begin October 15th. The festival's president says that they will continue monitoring the pandemic. And Leslie County celebrated Ethan Wolf's 18th birthday last night with a drive-by parade. Ethan's mom wanted to make the birthday that he had looked forward to for so long memorable, so the community pitched in to help. Ethan has Down syndrome, but he does not let that limit him. He plays football, baseball, and basketball for Leslie County. Everyone who knows Ethan says he is a light to everyone around him.
It's very heartwarming. Ethan has touched so many people's lives, and they have all reached out to help him, and it makes such a difference in his life. It's very important for him to have friends and people to communicate with and stay in touch with.
Kentucky State Police led the parade along with Hyden Police and the Leslie County Sheriff's Department. Well, just ahead on Mountain News this morning, we'll show you how one country music star is headed back to the concert stage with social distancing in mind.
Our daily rain chances continue. They may not be going anywhere for quite some time. We'll talk all about it here in about 3 minutes.